Hi, we're back. Today we're going to do Throwback Thursday and work on our Muses altered book. That's what I'm calling it. So let's get started. I did draw a line here. I uploaded a few photos showing that, and my husband, he went in the garage and he got a saw and he sawed both sides of the top of that house, and now has a peaked roof. He coped with his coping saw, and he did mumble about it taking 10 minutes. And I thought, I would have been there forever. So I'm not complaining. I like it. I also like the two mice, and it's kind of a joke that my rising sign is Gemini, so there's always a lot of chatter in my head. And it's funny that here there's twin mice, and I think I'm somehow going to keep that on the cover. I know in the project in this magazine, it looked like they painted the cover. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I might get a piece of heavy cardstock, a color I like, and either cut a square or something out with the die cut to frame the mice and then cover everything else. But I will show you that step when I get there. Let's get our book. It's a little ready. It's just a little ready for me to work a little magic on it. I would like to show that I did go through and grab some pages. I like this Cliff Dwellers definition here in the little encyclopedia / dictionary section at the back of this book, because this was a school book. I believe it was a 3rd grade reader. And I found some of the illustrations that I liked in the first copy I took apart to, I always grab dandelions. They're my favorite wildflower / weed. I just love the illustrations, so I always grab whatever I can. Corn grinding song, I wanted that. I love the image here, and that's just fun. So I've said before that I have some Native American books. I also have my copy of the Zen junk journals that I'm working on. The one that I have been putting together for me is just random stuff, and I found a little book cover, sewed everything together. I don't have to work on that anymore. It's like done, a part of the past. And something like this illustration will go in that. Then I had this with a little nobleman / he's not dressed like a knight, but I just kind of like that whole idea of him in the trees. This, I love that. It's a cowboy, but I really wanted this up here, that little strip of farm illustration in here. I love the birds and everything. I will probably put something here and use this as a giant journal card in a large book. I love the animals in the trees. I had to get that. Oh, and look, here's a critter. I'm not certain what it is. It has kind of a bushy tail. I don't know what that is. There are some fern fronds and fiddleheads. I love this. I love the little frog. Got to have, and I love the idea of going barefoot. I love to go barefoot. It isn't always the best thing to do. Love the shoe. I've used the shoe in a masterboard. Can you see the shoe? I can't really tell. And then I love this whole thing right here. So I grabbed the pages I wanted, and then you can see it doesn't look like anything's gone. So I haven't affected the integrity of the book. And anyway, the pages are all going to be glued down in there. I wanted to show you how I do that. I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole thing, just the different steps. And first and foremost, I'm going to leave this page here in case I want to do something introductory. And I love this Reading Caravan. Why didn't I pull that out? I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. I know it's kind of wonky now, but it's okay. I could put it over here. I love that. My favorite book out of all these is Sky Blue. The absolute best one out of all of them. So, okay. Got all this ready. Pages I don't care about. They're all going to get glued together, and then I'm going to cut this out with an X-Acto knife. So, basically, you need some clamps. I had one. Since we moved, I don't know where everything is. Our library has yet to be set up because my husband has to build the shelves and he hasn't done that yet. Not that I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. But the more of these you can have, the better everything will be for you. Okay, actually, I can't put that little metal piece there, but I'm probably going to go in a good 1.5 inches all the way around, maybe 2 inches, and there will be a little nook here. And I'm not going to make you watch me, other than I will show you that I've got an X-Acto knife, and I will basically, that should hold that sturdy enough for now. I'm just going to go through and kind of do this. And it will take a long time to cut through all these layers. And I'm actually going to stop right down here and go across here. Oh, maybe I want to do this side first. And just get it going so I know where to stop. I'm going to go to the right about there. This will have to go a tiny bit more. This is all kind of winging it as you do it. Maybe I'll get my ruler. Oh, we'll use the metal one. And that'll help go across here so I don't like cut something that my husband will yell at me like myself. Be like, I told you to be careful. He wasn't a fireman, Possum Patty, but he was always the safety officer everywhere he worked for all the different companies. He ran a geology lab. He was a research geologist. It's just kind of the luck of the draw for him. Oh, and me. With all the safety. I'm like, yes, yes. And then as soon as he goes away, I do it my way. Yeah. Because if you don't, you lose your mind. Okay. So, there's my first cut all the way around. I'll show you what I'm doing. And I'm going to save these because, oh my gosh, these are perfect for collage. And this year, I'm going to be making a ton of masterboards. Doing masterboard magic with Tony's Magical Arts and Crafts and Gwen the Trash Witch. If you haven't checked into that yet, you might want to. So here, I'll show you. This cut's pretty deep. You just have to be patient, and it wears on my wrist, which is the big problem. So I'm going to slowly do this. I'm going to go sit downstairs with the TV on, take my time. I'm not going to make you watch all this. And when I'm finished, I will come back up here and film me gluing everything together so you will be able to glue yours too. It is so simple. For me, the hardest part, the part I just cringe about, is this cutting. The cutting is the worst thing ever. So, see when I'm done with that. Okay, I thought I'd better show you this before you go off to try to do this to your book and lose your mind, because you're not doing anything wrong. And it's just part of cutting one of these books. There's no easy way to do it. I've been working for about 30 minutes. Oh my goodness, why did I move that? My paper was slightly buckled from all the stress I was putting on it. I'll put that back in a minute when I'm not filming. So basically what you do is you cut out these pages and you push so hard, you get a few at a time each time you go down. And it takes a while. It is not fun. It's very boring and monotonous, and you keep sawing up these tiny little slivers. It's like shavings, and you'll take them off the edge. Your edges will not be perfect around here. See, these are all different depths. Don't worry about that. You just want to get this down as far as you can take it. I'm hoping to go all the way to here, but I've done about half of it. Oh, well, that makes me feel better. See, I've cut into this down here already. And it's so easy to glue this. It takes like not even 3 minutes. It's just crazy insane how simple that is. So the hardest part is cutting these pages. Don't give up. Okay, I have cut out as much as I'm going to. I decided I wanted to leave text back here. And I just hit a page. There are, let me show you, this many pages left I did not cut, but I don't care. At this point, it's deep enough. Whatever I make will sit back in here. And I understand now why the little Muse had certain legs doing what they were doing in the example that I saw in the Altered Arts magazine. So let me show you how to get this to glue together. It is so simple. This is just cheap professional matte gel medium. I don't know how professional it is. It's Artist Loft. That's Hobby Lobby, right? I got this on clearance for $7. So I'm not expecting it to perform miracles. But I know it's a glue. And it should work. You could probably use matte. Well, can I think what that's called? Mod Podge. You can use matte Mod Podge. I'm shaking the camera, aren't I? Because I'm leaning against the table shaking this. Okay, let me see if it looks any better. We'll just go ahead and do this. Okay, what I'm going to do is go around all the edges. I'm going to put a lot of glue down in there into the cracks. And the first time I did this, I thought there's no way this is going to work. And it did, it worked. So I'm just going to kind of press things down. This is going to create a clear finish. I don't care if it's shiny or not. I'm going to add some of this green polka dotted tissue because I buy clothing from ThredUp, not because I'm trying to be green. That is not my goal. There are certain clothes I went through issues with weight, and I gave all my nice little clothes away. And then I found the diet that works. And no, I'm not going to talk about that on here. But it works for me. And I've lost 50 pounds over the past 4.5 years. And now I've slowly been buying back all the clothes I gave away, my favorite clothes. You know how you have those favorite clothes in your closet and you're like, you'll never get rid of them ever? Well, yeah, I gave those away because I just was like, okay, I know this is it. I'm just going to get rid of these clothes and live with my life the way it is. And then I'll have room in the closet again, which was just loaded. Now, what I do on the sides is go up like this and just kind of get this in between all the little page ridges just so I can get it to glue together. Now I'm going to be careful around this clip right now. I'm going to hit the other edges just so I can get this to stick down, everything to stick to itself. This may not be perfect when I'm done, but who cares? I only have one giant binder clip at the moment, so I'm just going to go with it. And this is an altered book. Altered books always look kind of rough and grungy. They have a little primitive look to them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're perfect. And I have this piece of paper right here I want to lay down, so I'll go ahead and put a little bit under there and under that little tear there. All fixed. It's just like decoupage. And I like the matte medium. It will hold all this down. And then I make sure to get some right along the edge of that little book cover back there, just to be certain that it all stays down. Now, this is giving me heck. Let me undo this binder clip. My hands just feel so weak. That thing was like, it was all I could do to get that thing to pinch open. Maybe I should have done the outside first. Good idea for you. Do the outside first and then work your way inward in case you need to touch it to hold down anything. I'm going back and making sure I get plenty of that glue down. You know what? I am going to lift this up and go back behind this page because there's a little crease all the way around there where a cut all the way around that I want to make sure my paper sticks really well, and I don't want that popping up at some point, so I'm just putting a little glue here in between a couple of different pages just to get that to lay down. It's bubbling up because of the liquid, the moisture in the glue, and I want to make sure that it stays where it's supposed to stay. But if you cut all the way to the cover, you won't have that problem. I'm just tired. My hand just wears out so fast. So So I'm going to push it. Oh, that's crooked right there. This paper's rolling up. And I don't want it to do that. Okay, let me see if I can unroll it here. There, that's better. There. Okay, I'm about to get over there and press it all down. So you won't be like, Kelsey, that looks terrible. So let me put this layer back. I'm just essentially decoupaging pages together. Ah, that looks terrible too. If I had just left it laying down flat, it wouldn't be popping up on me. But I do everything the hard way. Okay, now there's a way you can fix it. You just saw me fix mine. If you need to do that, go right ahead. And you know, I think I'm going to, and if for any reason this comes up later, like a block, a set of pages, just get some more of this Mod Podge or whatever your matte medium. Get anything out that you use to glue it, and glue it back where you want it. But if you can avoid lifting up those pages, that's the best. Now, I'm going to go back around here and do this one more time because I want to make sure there's plenty of glue holding it all together. So you just go back over the edges on the outside of the book and the inside of your nook, your little altar nook. It's like a telephone nook back in the day when we had phones that sat there with extremely long cords. And those cords are very important so we could get some privacy. It's not like you could really have privacy though because of party lines. It's like watching Little House on the Prairie and seeing Mrs. Olsen listening into all the conversations. Yeah. I have thought of another book, another type of book like this I want to make. So you will be seeing that at some point in the future. I'm just going to try to get it to stay down. And in the end, after all of this dries, I will be back to, well, maybe I should do it now. And I'll be back to do that after it dries. I want to try to get these layers to set down. If I keep adding more moisture, that may be an issue. All the buckling and everything may be an issue, and I don't want that to be another problem I have to deal with. This is supposed to look fun and easy. It really is. I just shouldn't have lifted those pages up. There. Okay. Be back in a while. Okay, we're back today to check on our little book here, the Muse Altered book. Now, it was just buckling and everything. My advice to you, if you do this, to use more than one binder clip. Put one on every side to hold your papers in place before you glue anything. Then you can glue around the outside. And, you know, you may just wait and do one side, put a clip on, the next side, put a clip on, then just keep adding glue and clipping until you get it all. Make sure you do not glue this down. You want to put your glue around, clip this on, and then just walk away. And say, a couple hours later, come back. That's not going to be a thick barrier of glue, and you're going to get it to dry really fast. Mine was buckling so badly that I decided to take the clip off, put this piece of wax paper in here, shut it, and put all these books on top of it and walk away for about 14 hours. Then I came back, pulled this open, and it just comes right off because wax acts like a lubricant. The glue will not stick to the wax. So, okay, did that. And after you have glued the outside with your binder clips, holding everything tight, perfectly in place, you can come back, open it, or leave it open to dry, and then you just glue the inside. I'm going to see how mine worked. There's a little loose here. I might go in and put some glue under there, but I think it's pretty much finished for the most part. See, this is all stuck together. I just needed to get it to be flat and all the layers to be touching each other to hold it in place. That should grab. Yeah, it's grabbed. It's already stuck. Okay, so we've done this. I'm not going to put more. Ugh, I have glue on me. I'm not going to put more stuff on there. I'm not going to put more matte gel medium. I'm just going to work on, well, I have to use matte gel medium if I put these polka dots on there. And like I was saying yesterday, this tissue comes from ThredUp, where I get recycled. It is recycling, but I get used clothing, the exact same color, piece, size, everything that I gave away. Maybe I need to put this down in pieces and have like decoupaged collage of tissue. Hang on. Okay, I think I'm done with the Muse house. It looks like there's a party going on in there. Okay, so I am going to leave this for a few hours and let it dry, and then I'll be back.